Camera one. Oh man, that went well. Just knocked the camera 2 out of the cradle. Where are you pointing to, camera number 2? Ah, it'll do. Hey, how you doing? 1, 2, 3. That's it. So, guitar might help. Last night I cut a rearranged version of a bit of realities that had some potential, but I warped the tunings too much. Frequently asked questions. What's come through lately? I'm going to try it again, so I won't be able to recreate it, but I'm going to try it. Similar format. I get asked this a lot. Why don't you tune up before you start playing? Because my arms are too weak, is the honest answer. These days I have very little life left in. I've got very little arms left, what there is. So, and the fingers are also dead. So that's the serious answer and the truthful answer. If I tune up, by the time I've tuned up, the fingers can be dead and the arms can be agony, and I have to stop. So I just have to get an approximation of the tunings on. What else did I get? This. I love the fact people look in the background of these videos and never mind the music or whatever he's doing and stuff. What's going on in the background? This heap here is music. It's various songs, pictures of my children, and this down here is lyrics that I'm hoping to put in order and sort out and stuff over many decades. The disease is just spreading so fast that, you have to prioritize everything. And this is the only thing I can do that gives me any endorphins, and also I make these not anymore for the public, I make these for my children, really. I do, I am, I do. Hope you're having a lovely day here. And there, whenever you get to see this when you grow up. Any new Emma songs? That was one that came through the other day. I think that comes through from an old statement. I said, well, every time I see this girl with Emma, I end up writing a song, but that's how I wrote a song about her, Just the impetus, to come on through. Stuff. I nearly wrote a song last night about someone I saw for about a millisecond. Whoever they may be. I just get the start from that. They always the fingers come out like. I can't think if there's anything else that I needed to answer. Oh, there's someone asked me a question about Bob Dylan cover versions, but it was such a... I'm sure it seemed like an intelligent question, but it's not one I care to answer. Right. Let's get that in place so I can actually hear some vocal coming through, and we will start. We're going to go back to 1996 here. I have a song called Bitter Realities. It was written in 1996. I think it's still appropriate today. If I could still play live, this would still be in my set every night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Sadness in an angel's eyes, hatred in a racist's lies, the politicians quick to despise, the broken without the strength to rise from the dysfunctional clay foundation jungle of society. Grief runs from a widow's stare to blind man judges who pretend to care. The justice gets seen to be fair to the nameless masses who are unaware. The law only works for those with power, wealth, and notoriety. and silence plays a major part, pulling lovers far apart and handing bigotry a clear head start, and spreading anger in unloved hearts and misogyny and self-loathing punctuate each sentence. The rules are written down in dust, in misspelled words that spread mistrust, enforced by people so unjust, corrupted by sin and wild-eyed lust. They bask in pleasure and spit in the face of repentance. You're falling for security, told that all men are born free, while the wiretaps and closed-circuit TV make a lie a democracy, and the color of your skin mirrors the fairness in life that you'll receive. Jesus died for you, they say, and they turn and look the other way when the minds of the scum who love to prey on the weak decide it's time to play. So the story of the Good Samaritan's getting harder for me to believe. There's bad news everywhere that you look, pornography in every book, and the churches are full of blue-eyed crooks who long ago forsook the ways of God for the short-term pleasures of the flesh. There's drugs being bought by 10-year-olds, teenage bodies being bought and sold, sisters of mercy dying of cold, and if the truth is due to be told, it's time someone said there's not much hope in this world left. Well, it came out okay. It didn't sound too bad in the written. What's going on here in the background? Give me a second. I think I may have had that set in the wrong place. I always like to have filmed my children playing behind me pictures because I see them in the viewfinder. That was another question. Why do I keep looking over there and smiling? I just said, well, the reason is there's a picture of my son, so I am alone in the room here. Alone again, eternally. It's not a bad time for a song, is it? You need an E minor that, I guess. Let's bring that back up into proper tuning there. Alone again, eternally. Everyone I've known has turned their backs on me. No one answers when I call. They deny they ever met me at all. Attitude is my only friend. Somehow I'm waiting for it to come to a final end, and I can hear them saying platitudes with their serpent tongues. When I needed friendship, I watched them run. It's always dark here, it's always cold, just like inside my soul. I've walked alone 1,000 years and more. Now I find myself standing on an empty shore. Do I take a step, or do I turn around? Will I make a move that I'll regret? Will I ever be found? Everyone will clear their conscience and erase their deeds. They just shrug and say he was someone no one needs. I know you can hear that, but this thing sustains like there's no tomorrow. It's a lovely guitar. It's very stage worn. How many hours have I had out of this? 50,000? I don't know. But it's up for sale, as all my guitars are. But you can't see the ones behind you. But where did that come from? Oh yeah, so there's a picture of my son up on the wall, and it says, "I love you," and he's holding a heart. And I remember when he made it at school. I remember when he gave it to me. Sorry. And he was, what would you have been there, little 5 at a time, a little bit, I guess. Maybe coming up for 6. He's nearly 12 now, my son. 27 days until he's 12 years old. Anyway. So whenever I look at that, I'm doing it now. I mean, he makes me smile every time I think of him. In any case, as does my beautiful, amazing, talented daughter. But when I look up there, I remember when he came home and gave me that, and the conversation we had, which I'm not going to share with you. But it's I'm choking up a bit here. But it's one of the fondest memories of my life. And so that's whenever I look up there, you know. And there's another one I've got of my daughter where she's, and it's on one of the cue cards. And she's looking at it. It's from this sequence here, only she's staring directly at me. And I was doing some kind of comedy routine in front of her. "Daddy, you're going off on one of your sillies again," you know. I don't know what we're talking about, I don't know. I was probably destroying one of her favourite fairy tales or something, you know. Like, I know Rapunzel was a favourite of ours, so, you know. I used to read them children's stories and I used to change them around, you know. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your hair." "I can't, I've only got a rabbit." "Daddy, stop being silly, read it properly," you know. And I was doing this one day and I was just lying there on the floor and she just went. You can see her brain going, how old do I need to be to put him in a home, you know. So that's what is over there. And you can't see it on this video because I'm not doing that. And there are pictures of my children and there are pictures dotted all around here. So I'm playing with the best audience in the world. Just happy memories. It's much better than playing to a concert hall full of drunks. Although I kind of miss that as well, because you know, I always did enjoy antagonizing the audience. You're crap. That's not what your girlfriend said backstage. I won't do the rest of it because it's a rumour. That's a very fast version of the intro to Call Me If You're Lost. It's not too late to travel, but there's nowhere left to go. We fought a losing battle, but the victors need to know. Let me hold you tenderly and ease away your fears. You know you've got a friend in me if the longing reappears. I'm sorry, I was going to do a reworked version of Call Me If You're Lost, but the helicopters and aircraft I'm right next to an airbase, so they're not going to go anywhere. I'll wait till this camera finishes recording and then I'll quit. I thought we'd sorted you out. Should we do another Emma song? I need to up the G. I like the G sharp when I play an E. Maybe not that much, but... You to today, have you learnt any new words to say? Have you noticed that I've gone away and I'm not looking back? Are you happy with your choice? You're trying to speak but I can't hear your voice. When I get rid of you I had to rejoice and know we had no more to pray. That was then, this is now. I'm over you and that's my vow. Tomorrow's coming, I open arms, and I will greet it without your empty charms. I heard what you were saying, not a single word was true. I know where you're laying too and who's in there with you. Camera 2 is finished recording, I believe. I missed the chord out there, actually. There should have been a B in there. I know where you're to tonight and who you're with. love you got to give. I try not to care, but deep inside I do. I wish it was me there with you. Then it goes to the 7th. What does it go to the B? I can't remember, folks. There's a song I never actually wrote down. While we're reworking my old songs. So now you've closed your goodnight eyes and whispered your instructions. You let your lovers taste the cake, then plotted their destruction. While in the town that you call home, your parents own a hovel. You drive by in your limousine and you smile to see them grovel. And baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take her photo. But he doesn't have a studio, he says. Why don't you meet me at a motel? She needs to be a star so bad. She tells you it's her destiny. So she does some favors for the boys and says, maybe they'll invest in me. And all the guys smell all the same. So she learns to turn her nose off. And all their promises smell the same as soon as she takes her clothes off. The airport shut 'cause the runway froze. Or so the TV said. Oh, and Johnny, no one just jumped off the roof with a Bible on his head. His mama swears that she's in shock, and the pappy is so distressed. Then they're on the Late Late Show, and the checks are signed the press. They never would have amounted to much. Nobody would have heard their story. So they take the fame while it's there. Poor Johnny lost the glory. The preacher had a dream last night where an angel gave salvation, while the sergeant caught a glimpse of hell and firebombed the station. They meet together at the docks and swap the consequences. For 30 years they kept the faith, now damn all the pretenses. The candidate comes calling while his young wife's at their surgeons. You got to look good on prime time when you're shouting, let's bomb some turbines. His skeletons are all PR trained before they leave the closet. He'll sleep with a new intern tonight. Tomorrow morning say, who was it? The magazines boast perfect waists to girls with eating problems. choke to death on diet pills, and the company says, what of them? And the banks all get a crush installed for their high executive mothers who close down the nursery, school next door. There's one law for the others. And the dealers selling bad advice make fortunes from bad hunches, and they spit upon the homeless on their way to their business lunches, while in their luxury offices the right-wing bigots ponder, oh, we like to give the black chick the job, but we think that it's beyond her. And who needs playgrounds anyway? What's in it for us? And let's shut down the daycare center. The old won't make a fuss. Conscience, it don't apply no more. You've traded it in for the luxury life to get you that mansion down by the lake and the right connection wife. There's clouds above the hunting grounds and thunder in the lowlands. There's storm warnings on the radio and power in the wrong hands. Every other noise you hear is a beatbox or a siren. The commandment says thou shalt not kill, and you say, tell me why then? When did you last call up home? Oh, wonder where your friends are, who did something good for anyone without asking what the ends are. The world outside is getting dim. The light is turning gray, and the razor blade you on a whim and stripped your faith away. The shy guy in the boarding house cuts the glossies into pieces. He knows the page 3 girl loves him, and each day his rage increases. That blonde girl in the flat below, he knows it's her, but is it? Maybe next time she's all alone, he's gonna pay her a little visit. And Jenny, she still gets those dreams each time she shuts her eyes. She can't forget what stepdaddy did, no matter how she tries. And mommy didn't want to know. She just said she was lying. Now stepdaddy's at the door again, and he loves it when she's crying. Someone knocking at the door. I wonder who it could be. I don't have a friend in the world, so for sure it's not for me. I'm not paranoid, but I must protect myself. I'll take you down. You'll be a mention on my shelf. So that's a completely new arrangement of the last song's called Urban Paranoia, a song I wrote in 1993. I guess it's a good thing that these songs of mine hold up through all these years, but you know, you kind of wish that they weren't quite as relevant today as they are. I want to come turn the cameras off, my legs have seized up, so I gotta wait. My phone stands me good walking frames as well. Was I going to say anything like that? I can't remember. I was talking about Urban Paranoia. Yeah, that song started out, it used to be called Welcome to the 90s when I wrote it. That's another song that was in my my live act. I used to play it acoustic, but it was a whole lot faster than that. I think the studio version of it, and there's a studio outtake version of it, is somewhere on my YouTube channel as well. I keep looking down, just down there, I've got a digital 8-track. You know, and I would love to some of these new songs to record them and multi-track them and add extra guitars and maybe put some keyboards on if the fingers are allowed. But anyway, I was telling you about Urban Paranoia. So I wrote Urban Paranoia in 1993. And I played it throughout the 90s. And then, of course, we hit, you know, Y2K or KY Jelly or whatever it was called. And we all hid under our beds on the 31st of December 1999 because we all thought we were going to be murdered in our sleep by a microwave. So then I started playing in early January, February 2000. Here's a song called Welcome to the 90s, and I'm playing it in 2000, so then it became Welcome to the New Millennium. And I played it, I was only playing live for maybe the first 2-3 years. I think I stopped around 2003, or just occasional gigs here and there. And then when I went back out gigging I have to go by my girlfriends, wives. So hi Rahila, when did you move back to London and we broke up? Oh, I don't know. So it must have been about 2007 around. And then I just changed the title again to Urban Paranoia, which is kind of what the song's about. Do you want to hear a brief go of what this has just turned into a rambling jam session? So now you've closed your country wife in the town that you call home. Your parents own a hovel, and you drive by in your limousine, and you smile to see them grovel. And baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take a photo. So that was what it was like 31 years ago. I think we will close down now, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Fall over. That's what I do very well indeed. Dylan Emily. Oh, no, the camera's defunct. Can't go that. Dylan Emily, Dad loves you always, heart and soul, wherever you are too. It's 2024 and I'm recording this. Hopefully somewhere down the line you'll get to see it. And this is why I make these videos for you guys now, so you can see kind of what Daddy was like and what he did. All the best. You're always in there.